Mr. Chair, I rise in opposition to this bill and to its prohibition on the Board of Regents' ability to control guns on Montana's university campuses. This issue is critical for my constituents because my district surrounds MSU and is where many students and faculty live. Mr. Chair, last week, I took an oath to support the Montana Constitution, which gives the Board of Regents full power, responsibility, and authority to control Montana universities. The Montana Supreme Court says that that constitutional power and control is subject only to the legislative power of appropriations. This bill plainly oversteps our constitutional authority. Second, Mr. Chair, although the bill generally strips the board of its constitutional powers, I applaud the bills allowing the board to regulate firearms at an official university event where alcohol is served. This exception rightly recognizes that mixing guns, alcohol, and young people who are away from home for the first time is a recipe for tragedy. However, alcohol use by college students is hardly limited to official university events. If, as the bill acknowledges, mixing guns and alcohol among students at official events is dangerous, all the more so at the many unofficial student parties and gatherings that take place in my district. Mr. Chair, MSU faculty and staff are worried about an upset student who might bring a concealed weapon to class following a bad grade. Local law enforcement is concerned that when called to an active shooter scene, they'll be unable to distinguish the good guy from the bad guy, and parents fear for the safety of their children attending Montana State. But perhaps the gravest danger is the suicides that more guns on campus will almost surely enable. We know that suicide rates go up when there is easier access to guns. At a time when we should be investing more resources in mental health treatment and making healthcare more affordable, this bill instead will help ensure that Montana keeps our dubious distinction as the state with the highest suicide rate in the nation. Like some of you here, I've seen firsthand the family's pain after losing a college student to suicide. As Bozeman's rabbi, I've officiated at the funeral of a student who took his life while away at UM. Truthfully, there was little I could say to offer meaningful healing or comfort to his parents, his younger siblings, or the hundreds of friends who attended that funeral. I share the sponsor's concerns for providing a safe environment for our sons and daughters attending Montana's great university, but increasing guns on our campuses will only cause more death, not less. More suffering for Montana families, not less. More fears for faculty, staff, and law enforcement, not less. Mr. Chair, I oppose this bill, and I urge others to vote no. Thank you, Mr. Chair.